It is the 29th of May. I arrived Zion National Park early in the morning and joined the line to board the Zion shuttle bus. My destination was the Temple of Sinawava, the last stop on the shuttle route. The shuttle took about 40 minutes to reach the Temple of Sinawava. The trailhead for the Narrows was just a stone's throw away from the bus stop, marked clearly by signs pointing to the Riverside Walk. There was a sign indicating the flash flood risk for the day. It read, "Possible." I understood that flash floods can occur without warning in this narrow canyon. I decided to continue anyway. The path was easy, with only a slight incline. The trail from the trailhead follows the Virgin River for about 1.1 miles or 1.8 kilometers before reaching the mouth of the Narrows. This part of the hike took me about 25 minutes. Once I reached the end of the Riverside Walk, the paved path gave way to the river.
So the water is at 89 CFS today, so it's going to be kind of swift. You're walking on those rocks, so it's going to be, the footing's going to be really unstable, so I definitely recommend using those to stabilize you. Just go in as far as you feel comfortable, and just remember that 2 miles in is a 4-mile trip, and then you still have this mile back as well, so that's a 5-mile day. You get some beautiful hanging gardens, and the water's coming off about 1.5 miles in. You may see some people canyoneering, and in fact about 1 mile in it does start getting up to your stomach area. About 2 miles in, I had somebody report that they were up to their chest. So if you feel uncomfortable, just come back. Have a great day.
Stepping into the river for the first time, I immediately realized that I had made one of the wisest decisions of the day. Before heading into the park, I had stopped by one of the outdoor gear rental shops in Springdale, where I rented a sturdy wooden hiking stick, a pair of thermal neoprene socks, and ankle-high waterproof boots. As I ventured deeper into the canyon, wading through the unpredictable currents and navigating the slippery, uneven rocks, each piece of gear became indispensable. The waterproof boots, in particular, provided crucial ankle support as I maneuvered over submerged boulders and shifting pebbles. Without them, the jagged terrain could have quickly led to discomfort or even injury. The rocks underfoot were slick and uneven, making every step a potential hazard. With the stick, I was able to test the depth of the water ahead of me and maintain my balance as I navigated through the stronger currents. The water was cold, even in late May, but the neoprene socks kept me warm enough to focus on the hike rather than the temperature. The Narrows is a hike through the Virgin River, which means that most of the journey is spent walking in water that ranges from ankle deep to chest deep, depending on the conditions. On this day, the water level stayed mostly between my knees and waist. Many hikers use Orderville Gulch as their turnaround point. The river hike from the start of the Narrows to Orderville Gulch is about 1.6 miles or 2.6 kilometers. Orderville Gulch has an unmistakable landmark where a smaller tributary canyon joins the Narrows from the right. I made my way upstream, carefully choosing my path to avoid the faster-moving currents and deeper pools. Despite my best efforts, I had a few falls into the water. One particularly memorable tumble happened when I was navigating a section of the river where the current picked up. I misjudged the placement of my foot on a slippery rock, and before I knew it, I was down. My right knee hit a rock. Hard. I cringed in pain, feeling the sting of a bruise forming. The cold water helped numb the pain a little, but the bruise was definitely going to stick around as a reminder of this hike. As the hours passed, I continued deeper into the Narrows. I wasn't in any rush. This hike was more about the experience than reaching a specific destination. The beauty of the Narrows is that there's no set turnaround point. Some people hike for just a couple of hours, while others push on for an all-day adventure. I decided to go as far as my energy and comfort level would take me, knowing that I could always turn back when I was ready. Eventually, after several hours of hiking, I reached a point where I decided it was time to head back. It's 12:08 and I am making my turn back to the trailhead of the Temple of Sinawava. The hike had been everything I'd hoped for, beautiful, challenging, and unforgettable. Despite the bruised knee and a few tumbles, I wouldn't have changed a thing. It was an amazingly worthwhile adventure, one that made every step and every stumble count. I can already feel the pull to return to Zion and take on the Narrows again.